Hi, in this video series I will be talking about private label videos and how you can use them to reshape them into any format or any product format that you want. So let's get started. The best thing to do when you start using private label videos to try to reshape them into a different product format is to think outside the box. First, you can brand the intros, add intro screens, and add ending screens, or even split it up so you can add it in the middle of the video. You can also add URLs to the bottom of the video. One thing that I have seen is that on YouTube, for instance, let's say that you're watching a video that is very intriguing and you want to know more about the person's product, or if they have a blog or if they have a website that you can go to and subscribe to. Now, a lot of these people, they don't have the URL stamped to the bottom of their video. And that causes problems because in the video they're usually like, come visit my site at www.somethinganother.com. Now the problem with that is that when you go there, sometimes people will not remember the URL. So we'll actually show you how to do that. We'll show you how to add audio soundtracks to the video so you can make it sound differently. You can add videos in between, extract the audio, and you can learn how to brand the video web page. So depending on the rights that you receive, there's actually many things that you can do with private label videos. With that said, let's go ahead and get started. If you're asking the question, where do I find private label videos, you can go to Google and search for private label videos. So let's go ahead and do that right now. As you can see, I have done a search on private label videos. As you can see, there are many private label sites out there. Now, private label videos is not as common as private label ebooks or private label articles. It is sort of similar. There's more popularity for private label videos than private label software. However, you can find them just by typing in private label videos, and you could be looking for different private label sites. And some private label sites provide you with basic private label rights, which is great. Some provide you with private label resale rights, which allows you to resell private label rights to your customer below. Just go ahead and get a video. So let's say, for example, that you want to brand a video. Before you brand the video, the first thing you need to know is what rights do you have to brand the video or have private label rights. What are your private label rights? Are they unrestricted, no restrictions, or what can you do with it? Because you need to know what you can do with it before you go ahead and do something with it. With that in mind, the thing that you want to download is you want to look for AVI files. Some sites will provide Camtasia files. However, all you need is the AVI file, because if you are using Camtasia or you are using Windows Movie Maker, then AVI files are pretty much standard for everything. So with that in mind, I'm just going to download one of these videos. Simply download that to your hard drive and we'll open that up and we'll use Camtasia Studio to do all the branding and to make the private label video unique. So we'll go ahead and zoom ahead a little bit here. Okay, so now that I have downloaded the AVI file, as we can see here, what we want to do is we want to use Camtasia, and I will go there right now. And this is what Camtasia looks like. If you haven't used Camtasia, it's a wonderful, wonderful tool that allows you to change videos in many, many ways. And you can go to the site by going to techsmith.com. And you can use other tools like, Windows Movie Maker, but in this video we're going to actually show you how to use Camtasia Studio. There's a 30-day trial, and I believe you can actually get Camtasia Studio or Camtasia 3. And there are other programs such as Cam Studio, which is not the same as Camtasia, but it is a similar tool. Now, if you use this tool, what you do is import the media. So what I'm going to want to find is I'm going to go to desktop and I'm going to go to the AVI file that I just downloaded. I'm going to import that And before I want to import that, what I want to do is a title clip. The title clips are great because what you want to do is you want to put your name. You can say something like, so of course that's by default the title. We can say introducing whatever, and then you can include an image. Now I'm going to go find an image that relates to this AVI file. So that would be the background image. You can always make it smaller if we want. And the actual text that comes up is that. So once that's done, we can press OK. And we've created a title clip. We can drag and drop that in here. And we can always make the title clip a little smaller just by dragging it in. And then you can insert the actual video, which is what we have done here. So as we can see here, we have a title clip and we have a video, and you can do the same thing for an ending screen. We're going to go over how to add URLs to the bottom of the screen. To do that, what you want to do is you want to find the location where you want it to appear, which in this case we're going to make it appear in the middle. And what you do is you add a call out. So there you go, and you can make it appear anywhere you want to. So you can resize this to make it longer and put it at the bottom. Once you're done with that, press OK, and then you'll notice that it appears down here. And just make sure you want it to appear on the length of the time by dragging it. And this is great because a lot of people will view your video, and by the time they're in the middle of your video, sometimes they just want to get out, but they want to subscribe to your newsletter or whatever, and they're pretty much sold. You also want to add the same video. You can copy call out so that you don't have to do it again. And you can put it at the end. You can paste the call out here. That way you don't have to do it again and again and again. You can also make it appear in the beginning too by doing that. Once that's done, you just scroll over here, click on Finished, and that's it. And you can use the same method to add audio, import media. Say that you want to import some audio. And let's say that you happen to have some royalty-free audio that you can add to your video. So you could drag and drop it to the place that you want it to add to. And of course, it'll add that here. Now, if you want to add videos in between them, what you can do is, let's say that you want to go to a certain spot, and we'll pick a random spot. We'll pick that place. You want to insert a different video in the middle here. What you do is you select that area, you right-click on it, and you cut and split that area. And that way, let's say that you have another video like this, you can also insert it in the middle, as you saw here. Let's say that you love the video so much that you just want the audio. Depending on the license, you could also extract the audio. So you could save the project simply by clicking this button up here, and then produce custom production settings, and then choose an MP3 audio only, and then you can save that file as an MP3 file. So as you can see, there are many things that you could do with private label videos. You could brand the video itself, produce the video as a flash video, and stamp links onto the actual web page, or you can actually remove audio and then use that for other purposes. And you could do transcribe the audio into an ebook or into a report, and there are many, many ways of actually going about that. So you're not always confined to just simply branding the videos. You can do so much more.